Mm. All right. Okay, I'm gonna turn. Do you hear me okay? All right.
Yes, Judge, I do. Sorry. I was muted.
Okay, who's Sammy Carejo? Do you know? Yeah.
I don't know if that's from Miss Carrion's office, but I don't have anybody got it on. No. And the parties, I don't.
I can't hear you. I wonder, Jackie, were you muted?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was muted. So I'm not sure if that's from Miss Carrion's law office. But as far as the parties, he's not one of the parties.
Good. Okay. And Claudio ready? I don't know who that is. Well,
I know they have a lot today.
I don't know who they are. I'm gonna just let the ones I know in.
Okay.
Denise Alvarez, you said was
Janice Melton is one of the parties.
okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Let's go ahead and get on the record in cause number 2018 DCM 1766 in the matter in the interest of the VCEC, a child. And if I could hear announcements, please, from those present.
Lisa Hayes for Denise Alvarez. We're the petitioner in the underlying modification, and we are also the movants on the motion for continuance, and we are ready.
Okay. I can't hear you, Mr. Chavez. I'm going to turn your volume up. Any,
I think he said he was gonna call in.
Excuse me, Judge. Judge, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. When you said in the interest of, what were the initials, please?
EGC and V as in Victor, FC.
F as in Frank?
Pardon? F as in
F.
Frank.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Chavez, can you try to get on? Can you try to get on your phone and do it that way? See if that will work. Well,
Can
I
you
admitted
hear me now,
you
Your Honor?
in. Okay, now we got to make sure we don't get any feedback, Mr. Chavez. Can you hear me now, and can you speak and see if we can hear you?
Yes, Your Honor. Sorry about that.
All right. Well, I guess we'll have to proceed that way.
Okay. I can do the announcement. Gabriel Chavez, pro se, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, we're set for jury trial July 1st. There's a motion for continuance that was filed. It was set for today to hear. Tell me, who is Sammy Carrejo and Claudia Reddy? Who are those people?
I think they are they just go do court watches, Your Honor.
Okay, well they can let's see. I have this on YouTube, so well I did, but let me see. I've been having some problems with the YouTube. If you want to contact them, saying they can get on the YouTube there. No, it's being right now. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
Senior Judge Alcala, but they're not entitled to be here on this
Okay.
screen. They're like courtroom. They can sit in the courtroom, and YouTube is like sitting in the courtroom.
Right. Okay.
So anyway, all right. All right, then, I'll hear you on your motion for continuance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I believe my motion is pretty self-explanatory. I don't think the court probably needs me to read it to them or to Mr. Chavez. Mr. Chavez yesterday did send an email that I received. I believe it was also sent to the court, indicating that he is not opposed to the continuance. And so in light of his lack of opposition, I didn't know if the court would be inclined to grant it or still wanted me to argue my motion.
All right. Well, I wasn't aware. I thought he was opposed. Mr. Chavez,
Correct. Yes, Your Honor.
go ahead and give me your point.
There was a couple of points, Your Honor, because I know there was traffic going back and forth on how many days for the jury trial. Also with the payment of the jury trial, which is, I have submitted it. This was
Well,
back in.
I don't have any doubt about that. You're entitled to your jury trial. It's done. Yeah,
Right.
You're entitled to it. Do you oppose the motion for continuance?
I do.
You do oppose it?
I'm going to go ahead and grant it, Your Honor.
Well, I'll do the granting or denying, but do
Well,
you
I'll go ahead
oppose
and say
it?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get it reset. As far as Angelica Carrion, I mean, the amicus, if you still want to participate, the only reason I said that you know her participation limited is that the jury can't know, not allowed to know that I appointed her and that she aids the court, because since it's not before the issues, jury issues are not before the court, or not for the court's consideration. She can still participate, present witnesses, She can't give a recommendation to the jury. All she can do is present witnesses and make a jury argument and argue based on the facts of the case as I see it. This is how you should answer the question. She can do that. So I didn't mean to run her off because I think she could be useful, but she had a conflict. And then second of all, we would have had a problem with this next July 1st anyway because of July 4th. It falls smack in the middle of the week. Whenever the court sends out a jury trial notice, whether it's a civil or criminal case, we always put the first date, which is the jury selection date, all cases. That doesn't tell us it's a one-day jury trial. That's impossible. You can't have a one-day jury trial. I mean, you can, I guess you can, whereas everything's agreed, or you have a criminal case, it's a drug case where you have one witness and the police officer, and that's it. You could possibly do it, but it's near impossible to do. And all the notices go out. The only day you see on there is the first day of the jury trial. How long it'll take is really up to y'all and the court's management. I'm not going to delay it. I mean, we're going to present evidence. I'm not going to wait for witnesses unreasonably. I'm going to wait for witnesses 15 minutes or so, but if they're not there, we're going to move on. And I doubt if this case is going to take more than 3 or 4 days to try. Okay, when we do it. All right. So manage your witnesses and convey that to Ms. Carrillo.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's go ahead and get this matter scheduled sometime. I can do it the week of October 21st. October 21st, that week.
Your Honor, I am out on the 24th and 25th.
Okay. What about we pick the jury on November 8th, which is a Friday, and maybe start evidence on that date and then come back on the 12th. The 11th is Veterans Day. So we could do it the 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th, the jury trial. But we could pick the jury on the 8th, which is the Friday before.
I'm available.
Mr. Chavez?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm available.
Okay, so we'll set it for jury selection on the 8th at 8:30 a.m. in person, of course. 8th of November. And then we'll either continue with the evidence or start the evidence on the 12th of November, which is a Tuesday, because Veterans Day is the 11th and it's a holiday.
Got it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Judge, do you want to schedule a final pretrial in this?
We could, since we are on the, yeah, we could do that. I don't know if it'll accomplish something,
Okay.
if it's worth
Just-
doing.
Motions in limine, or do you just want to hear those the morning of jury selection?
Yeah, I think we just hear them the morning of jury selection.
Okay.
If
Okay.
you have a motion or something that needs the hearing, more than just a preliminary motion that we usually hear before jury selection, let
Okay.
me know, and I will schedule a specific time before then to hear that.
But otherwise, just docket the motion in limine the morning of jury selection for my planning purposes?
That's correct.
Okay,
If it's more extensive and you feel you need a hearing besides that, then let me know and I could be happy to schedule it.
yes, sir.
And same thing for you, Mr. Johns.
Yes,
And
Your Honor.
please, we'll send an order to Angelica Guillon is still on. I'm not dismissing her or anything like that. She's still on until further orders of the court to participate within the limits allowed for an amicus.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hold on. She's on. Ms. Guillon, good morning. No, she's connected.
My apologies keeping you waiting.
Okay, Ms. Guillon, we just rescheduled the jury trial
Okay, very good.
for November 8th, which is a Friday,
Okay,
will be jury selection and hearing any pretrial motions.
very good.
All right, and November 12th, which is a Tuesday, the day after
Okay.
Veterans Day, will
Okay.
be commencement of the trial.
Right. Very good. I will mark off all that week, the 12th through the 15th, to ensure that there are no conflicts.
Yeah, and you're still on. You're not excused. You can participate, as I explained before you got here. As an amicus, when I said limited, I meant to say that the jury can't know that you are appointed for the court, because that's a law provides. They can't know that. They also can't hear a recommendation. You're welcome to
Right.
present evidence, make argument based on the evidence that's been presented. However, that's the extent.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor. I
You
appreciate
can tell
it.
them your role and you can present evidence, you can make argument based on the evidence, but you can't make a specific recommendation.
Very good. Very good. Understood. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Chavez, at some point, I don't know whether you've paid anything or not, but there's a court order that you make payment to the amicus. And that's going to be accomplished one way or the other. All right. Under the law, I can't, it looks like it's limited as far as sanction is concerned. I can't assess any sanctions that would affect your ability to have the issues for the jury. As far as I know, as far as my review of the cases on file with the state of Texas. But certainly collection efforts may be made against you and all that entails. So,
Your Honor,
by
By the, before the end of this week, I will be filing the motion to have a withholding order issued to comply with the amicus fees order. I believe under the family code that is authorized, so I will be submitting that.
All right, when you present that, be sure you cite the correct law and we will take that up at that time. That might be one of the issues that might come up, that you might need a special hearing. I told Ms. Hayes, she asked me if we should set a pretrial. I said, not really, unless it would be productive. In other words, if we can handle all the pretrial motions before the jury selection, that's what I prefer. If there's an issue that we need to take, that might take a little bit more time that we have right before jury selection, then I'll set a specific time before that time to hear the matter. All right,
Great.
so it's up
I
to
would
you.
anticipate needing a hearing probably within the next week or so, just so that withholding order, if it's granted, can be put in place to start getting caught up on all the arrearage, and to prepare for the trial.
Okay, all right, so get that, if you file that, then I'll set a hearing. I don't want to presume it's going to be filed. You tell me it is. I have no reason to believe you won't, but my policy is to wait until something's filed
Yes,
before.
no, I completely understand. We'll get that worked out with the referral coordinator.
Okay. All right, and for your paralegals and everything, Jacqueline is my voice to y'all. When she tells you something, it's coming from me, not her. So don't, so to speak, get after the messenger, because it's my decisions. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. You have any dates there? And,
Your Honor, I'll circulate an order granting the continuance.
yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'll
Thank you.
have it for you today.
Y'all have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
May
you,
we
you
be
too, Your Honor.
excused?
Yes, you're excused. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Castaneda, you can go ahead and log off.